Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tempest Sage. I'll be doing part 3 to What If Naruto Was Full Uzumaki. Where we left off, we're about to start Konoha Crush. And Gaara was about transforming, and this Gaara is 3 years older, making him 15, making him stronger. And the reason he's participating in this one, because his village wanted to make sure that, because they didn't have the backing, and Gaara was barely convinced to do this plan. So he had to and he's still like his Gaara self, but just older, a bit mature, but still crazier, but mature. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get into the video. And so Naruto stepped into action right away, seeing that Gaara was transforming in the middle of the tests, and so the only thing he could do was I forgot if I gave him summoning. I don't think so. Maybe I did. I should really rewatch my videos before I forget things. Next time. And if I didn't say I want to give him Phoenix summoning, Phoenix summon is nice. Ooh, if I didn't say it, he has Phoenix summon now. So he summons a huge Phoenix. Well, the biggest he can, and it's Kira. And the Phoenix's name is Kira. And it's like half the size of Shukaku, and that guy already transformed into full Shukaku form. And so, and so Kira, the flying phoenix, does massive fireball jutsus, other fire style jutsus, and while this was happening, that was just distraction. No, Naruto was using his chakra chains, trying to take away the chakra that was making Gaara into the One Tail. And when this was happening, the Nine Tails contacted Naruto, which they had a relationship, sort of. It was a worse situation for the Nine Tails because Naruto can control the power, but he never did because he wanted to rely on his own. He only used it on dire situations, which he never had one really. He was, smart and all that. He never really had one. Never had a situation where he needed to use the power, but now he wasn't so confident on his abilities to tame the one tail. So he asked, didn't take. That was his second plan. If the nine tail refused, he would just take it. But the nine tail said, "Sure, I do hate that one tail." And so, with the nine tail chakra, amplified the chakra chains, and they were just pulling the one tail's chakra. While all this was happening, Orochimaru was fighting Lord Third, which was going almost the same. The other ninjas, Kakashi, Might Guy, and the other ninjas were fighting the sand, which Kakashi in this one is stronger thanks to Naruto training with him more often. He was stronger, more fit, and so he handled them faster. And once he was finished, he was planning to go help Naruto, but Naruto was there. He it seemed like he didn't need help. He was struggling still a bit, but the Nine Tails gave him a bit more chakra because, because he doesn't like the One Tails, and the One Tail doesn't like the Nine Tails. So Naruto, using almost all his chakra and using the Nine Tails chakra, pulls all the One Tails chakra and puts it inside himself, giving himself the Shikaku's chakra, which was sentient, by the way. So now he has a part of the One Tails inside of him. But Gaara just falls from the sky, passed out from removing all that chakra, which he still has a One Tail, with the One Tail will recover. But he was passed out, and Naruto caught him using his chains and wrapped him around because he's a prisoner now. Gaara was unconscious. He was a prisoner now, and in those couple minutes that happened, it was like 10 minutes. The Lord Third died, and Naruto went over to see Lord Third, and Naruto was a bit sad. Not a bit sad. He was controlling his emotions, he got close to the Lord Third and asked that Jiraiya, that one of his students becomes the, the the next Hokage. And he first thought, and the first thing Naruto thought was that it could initiate between Jiraiya and Lady Tsunade. Jiraiya is a perv, Tsunade is a gambler, so they're both bad options. But he never said he was gonna do that. He just said, "Okay, I'll try," and then Lord Third just passed peacefully. This was happening, and after that, let's say a week passes, around, so people got injured, and a lot of people got injured, especially people inside where Naruto and the people were fighting. A lot of people got injured, and were thinking about getting Lady Tsunade. Thinking about it, go find her, but it was unneeded. But then, the thing happened where, Nitachi and Kisame happened, and, Kakashi got injured and needed Lady Tsunade to come back for him. And all that happened, and Jiraiya offered Naruto to come with him. At first, Naruto was not necessary, and he asked Jiraiya that but then he realized that it could be a good way to convince one of the two to become the next Hokage, because he didn't want to find another replacement for, and he didn't want to, and he's like. Well, they're both old, so they might have experience, so that would be good for the village. And so he agrees, and Jiraiya and Naruto go to go find Lady Tsunade. And this time, Jiraiya teaches Naruto the Rasengan, which took less time than the canon, and he learned it faster and earlier in this one. So, and then eventually he found Lady Tsunade, and so he says, one of you two has to become the next Hokage by the request of Lord Third. And both of them was like, they didn't want to do it. And then Lady Tsunade, disrespected thing. Naruto got mad, and they had a fight, and Naruto won. Simple as that. He won. He used chakra training, extracted her chakra, making her weak, like super weak. All she had was her chakra. If her chakra points got blocked, she wouldn't have that monster strength, and she lost. It's like simple as that. She lost, making her saying, "Why don't you just become Hokage? You're strong enough." And she was right. He was strong enough, but he didn't want to become Hokage yet. He knew that it was more than just power that he needed. He needed leadership skills and experience and wisdom, which he didn't have being a 12-year-old. He had the power, but that was it. And so, being Lady and I convinced with the bet that they made, the bet, if Naruto won, he would go Hokage, yada yada yada. They get back. Oh yeah, the thing where Itachi and Kisame, that doesn't happen. They were too late, because Naruto didn't allow Jiraiya to stay in town for a while. So for the ladies and stuff like that, he just dragged them, which he can do, even though Jiraiya could beat him if he went stage mode. But he didn't, because So he just said okay, and then Itachi and Kisame were late. And it was so they just had to retreat for now. They were planning to do a next attack later. And so, they get back to the village, and they were looking for Sasuke, but he wasn't there. He was running around trying to find his brother and Naruto and stuff, because they were looking for Naruto. So Naruto just found out that Sasuke was missing, but he did nothing. Not really. Nothing. I forgot if Sasuke is the curse mark. I don't know. should probably rewatch my videos, like I said earlier. Oh, I'm gonna say yes, he has it. I'm gonna say yes, because I doubt Orochimaru. It was only Kiba and Sasuke, and, and, I don't know, I forgot. For now, I'm just gonna say yes. That might change. For now, he does have it. Mm, I don't think he does have it. I don't think he has it. But I'll change that if he does. I'll rewatch my videos. Sorry, guys, about this. I was gone for a while, so I forgot. Well, the videos, but I had to rewatch them, and then I had to change it. And so, Sasuke finally got back after a week, which in that week, Leonard healed all the people that weren't healed, and like Kakashi and other people, and it was time for someone to interrogate Gaara, which they were in custody, which Gaara was in custody, and the person who was tasked to extract the information out of Gaara was Naruto, because he's the person who beat him, and so they didn't want to take the chance, because Naruto was able to defeat a one tail, the one tail, which isn't that strong. Okay, it's a one tail. Nine-tails is 9 times stronger, so I don't think it's that important. And so, that happens, and in that time, Naruto realizes that Gaara was insane, was being insane because of the seal. So, Naruto tightened the seal, did the force stuff, put his fingers, and, stab, the thing Jiraiya does and Orochimaru does to Naruto in the canon, and that, and then he tightens, goes through clockwise, yeah, goes clockwise and seals and tightens the seal. It's making that Gaara could actually have a good sleep and not be crazy. Thank God. And so they got more information out of him that way. Gaara was thankful, and they became friends. And after some negotiations with the Hidden Sand Village, Gaara was released and given to them after some intense negotiations, and the Hidden Leaf came out on top with the negotiations. And so, what else was there to do? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna change that. I think he does have it, and I'll make a better point if he does. Sasuke does have the curse mark. He's gonna leave as the same. He's gonna leave, okay? And Sasuke already got back, having the curse mark and wanted more power, especially now more than ever, because he's seen Naruto's power level, and compared to Naruto, Sasuke is an ant. It's an ant. That's really it. Naruto's a lion. Sasuke's an ant. He wanted even more power, and he would do anything to have it. And so one day, Sasuke got back, he challenged Naruto. Like a week after he got back, he challenged Naruto to a fight, and Sasuke got like bullied, like just bullied. He got bodied, bullied, beaten a little. But no, no, and so enough that he would know that he needs to train a lot more if he wants to beat Naruto. And then Kakashi ties him up, so he learns his mistake about, thinking things through before he does anything. And then the Sound 4, come after him, and Sasuke agrees immediately. Like, no beating up. He was already beaten up, so anymore he might die. And so they just take him, and Sakura, asked Naruto to bring Sasuke back, and Naruto refuses. He's like, nope, I'm not doing it. Nope. Ask someone else. I don't really care. He left by his own free will, and that was his choice. And if I do bring him back, he'll just leave again, making my efforts pointless. But eventually Sakura and other people convince him, and people just was like, fine, I'll do it, even though it's pointless. And so he does it by himself, and being late this time, he had to do more things to, he had to go faster to catch up. Eventually he does, but this time they're closer to their goals, and Kimimaro was already with them, so he had to take all of them on, summoning shadow clones. And seeing how strong they were, he conjured a bunch of chains with the shadow clones and did a circle, like a barrier circle thing, so they couldn't escape. And then he sent, that was all the shadow clones, and then he sent himself, then he went inside the thing, so he killed them or he died. It's the same thing. But he also developed another technique where his consciousness would go into the shadow clone, and then that shadow clone would become his real body, and not being a shadow clone anymore. So it was like, yeah, body's just a body. But this had high risk of failing, and then if that didn't work, he'd be the body of a shadow clone, which would go poof, and he would go poof with it. So it was high. It was like high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. If it paid off, he would live, and the shadow clone would become a real physical body. If it didn't, he would be inside a shadow clone. If anything happened, he would poof and be gone forever. So he didn't like using this technique because it was a risky move, and so he just started fighting the Sun 5 now because Kimimaro was inside. The barrier was holding them all in. Naruto was struggling. He pulled out his sword, is the big one, and he just started swinging any which way. He cut a person in half. You know the spider dude with the arms? Yeah, he cut that dude in half. The girl was not gonna leave the girl fine alive. Never mind. Eventually, as time went on, Sanford got tired, and thanks to Naruto's full uzumaki body, he had more stamina. Thank God. So as long as the fight went on, the more advantage Naruto had. But he was facing a 4v1 now. Kimaru was about to die. He was extremely forcing himself to use everything he had, and right before that, in the killing blow, he died. And then Naruto just brushed this off and started fighting the other three that were left, and he killed him. And Sasuke came out. By the time they were all done, the fighting was done. They came out. He came out of the box thingamajig, the box, and he was all cursed mostly, and he was about to run off. But then the prison thing with pure change, the berry made of chains, they didn't let him. And Naruto just started talking no jutsu, which this one isn't great on. He's like very brutal, straightforward. He says, "Come back," and that's literally all he says. And Sasuke's like, "No, can't learn anything from there." And Naruto is just like, "I'm stronger than you, and I'm the same age, and I learned from them. So I think it's just a you problem, meaning that you can't get strong enough there. Doesn't mean other people can't. It means you are not trying hard enough. It means you're trying to take the easy way out." And Sasuke hears this, and he's like, "No, I'm just taking the faster route. I'll get the same benefits, but faster." And Naruto said, "Again, I'm 12 years old, the same age as you, but I'm like 100 times stronger than you. So, I'm thinking it's just a you problem that you're too weak and have no talent." Well, is he wrong? And so Sasuke's fine. And then Sasuke just started fighting Naruto, and again, he got bullied. Even with his curse mark, Naruto was strong, and he could just pull out he could stab Sasuke with his chakra chains and killed him. It went straight through their heart. Like, this is like, maybe this is an OP ability, but like, this doesn't work on everyone. It's chakra chains, which can be broken by other chakra and physical manifestations of chakra, like the Susanoo, the chakra chain can't pierce that. Maybe some can if he puts enough chakra in them. Okay, not enough rambling. Then Sasuke gets, beaten, bodied, bullied, any way you want to describe it, he got owned. He didn't lay a finger, Naruto didn't have to use the Naruto's chakra. So Naruto knocked out Sasuke, dragged him, not even pick him up, just dragged him by the feet. And then like after a couple hours walking, because he was exhausted, fighting 5v1, or 5v1, exhausted. He fought for like hours. Okay, and 2 hours. Depending how long that the whole arc took, it was by the time it was already not something like that, and he just dragged him in. And then he got back to the village, and everyone was so happy. And Naruto just picked Sasuke up on one foot and just threw him to the people that they wanted, and he just walked off. Went to the ramen place, which I always forget, or no, the ramen place. And he went to the ramen place, and he just started eating ramen. And everyone would just walk around thanking Naruto. He's like, if you really want to thank me, then pay for my food. And so they do. They pay for his food. Like there was like 20 bowls. He was tired. He walks home and just takes a nap. So Sasuke is now back. Now Sasuke doesn't leave the village, and he'll train more. He won't be stronger. Maybe he'll be stronger training with Naruto. And that's, I think that's, I'm not sure. I want to see how much time, depending on what it was, I'll leave it off. Yeah. This is where I want to leave it off. This is where I want to leave it off. Thank you for watching my video. Please leave a like. And if you didn't like the content, you are free to leave a dislike. This was Tempest Sage, and I'm going to sign off.